Dear India students, so as I have already discussed about the topic atomic number and the different elements, let me first of all recall the same topic once again. In the previous class, we have discussed about the elements having the atomic number from 1 to 20. I hope you all have practiced writing the element symbol and must have remembered the atomic number of each and every element. So today we are going to understand what do we mean by atomic number and atomic weight. So let us talk about the atomic number here. So students, when we talk about the atomic number or atomic weight, which is also called as mass number or atomic mass, we need to go back to our topic, which was the starting of the basic concepts of chemistry, that is, each and every substance or matter which is present around us is made up of a particle which we are calling as atom. I hope everyone remember what is an atom. An atom is the fundamental part of any substance. It is the smallest structure which constitute a particular matter. So children, now let's talk about the atom. Okay, so these are the different elements which you are able to see here on the screen, starting from atomic number 1 till atomic number 20, which is calcium. And in front of it, you can see that the atomic number is mentioned, that is starting from 1 till atomic number 20. Same ways, we also have the presence of atomic weight starting from 1 and it is getting end up as 40. So let's see what is an atom. Now children, an atom basically consists of 3 subatomic particles. Let me show you one picture where you can understand this. So here you can see there is a structure of atom which has been given over here, and this structure is of carbon atom. Now if you go through the table which is provided, you will find the atomic number of the carbon is 6. So accordingly, you will find first of all that there are 3 subatomic particles in an atom. The very first is electron, second is the proton, and the last is the neutron. As you all can see, an electron is represented with a negative sign. That means an electron is negatively charged particle. Similarly, when protons are represented here with a positive charge, it means that protons are positively charged particles, whereas no any symbol has been indicated here, which means there is no any charge which is present on a neutron. So neutrons are having no charge, or we may also say that they are neutral in nature. So students, now coming back on to the carbon once again with its atomic number here and its atomic weight. You can see the atomic number of carbon is 6, whereas its atomic weight is 12. So what are the information we can refer over here? Now in this case, when we will talk about carbon, we can say since the number of electrons here are 6, so you must be confused which are the electrons. From the diagram, just try to understand. This is the positively charged center of an atom, which is called as nucleus. Each and every atom contains a dense positive charge, which is called as its nucleus. What are the things present here? There are presence of the protons and neutrons in an atom, whereas there are certain circular orbits present which may be variable in number. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be more than that. And what factor is the deciding factor which will decide what is the number of orbits present? It is the number of electrons. So here you can see there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 electrons, and that is how we can define that the atomic number of carbon is 6. So by now you can you must have got this idea that the atomic number is the number of protons or electrons. Why did I say the number of protons or electrons? It is because the number of electrons and protons are equal in a neutral atom. So either we say the number of electrons or protons. But what is the important thing to be used over here? That is, you have to use the term neutral. Now you must be wondering, why do I say that it is important to use the term neutral? Students, it is because electrons are something which may take part in the chemical reaction. Just have a look on this particular diagram. You will find the electrons are found revolving on in these circular orbits, which are also called as energy levels or energy shells. In the center there is a presence of the nucleus, which is positively charged, and it is positively charged because of the presence of these protons which are positively charged and these neutrons which have no charge. So overall charge which comes and appear on the nucleus is the positive charge. So the number of electrons will always be equals to the number of protons, and that is only called as the atomic number of an atom. So again I am repeating, the atomic number of an atom can be defined as the number of protons or electrons, the number of protons and or electrons in a neutral atom. This is important to be said, in a neutral atom. Secondly, if we talk about the atomic mass or maybe atomic weight, which is also called as mass number. So you can see there are different numbers, and the value of the atomic weight is almost the double of the atomic number. This is in general, this is not a set rule, but yes, it is a general pattern which you can see. Like for example, if we take carbon, the atomic number is 6, whereas the atomic weight is 12. Similarly, when it is nitrogen, atomic number 7, whereas atomic weight is 14. Similarly, for oxygen, it is atomic number 8, whereas the atomic weight is 16. So what is the thing, how we can get to know the atomic weight of any of the element? Students, as just now I told you that any atom is constituted of 3 subatomic particles which are called as electrons, protons and neutrons. There is just one exception of the same, and which is hydrogen. You can see the atomic number and atomic weight of hydrogen are similar, which means that here there is presence of 1 electron and 1 proton, but there are no neutron. So hydrogen is one of the element where it contains only the 2 of the subatomic particles. The third one is absent. So now let's talk about the other examples here. Now in this other case, like say for carbon once again. So carbon has an atomic number of 6 and atomic weight of 12. What are the things we can derive here? That the number of electrons here are 6, whereas the number of protons are also 6. Now what is the extra thing which is present in this atomic weight or atomic mass? It is the neutron. So if we subtract the value of atomic number from atomic weight, that means if we subtract 6 from 12, we will get a value of 6, and that tells us the number of neutrons. So the atomic weight is the sum total of protons and neutrons in a neutral atom, or simply in an atom. Now here you may raise a question, ma'am, why electrons are not considered? So let me tell you that electrons are the ones which are considered to have negligible mass. These electrons contain negligible mass, their presence is almost negligible, and that's why we do not consider them in the presence of the, or in the calculation of the atomic mass in any of the atom. So we consider that the atomic mass is the sum total of the protons and the neutrons, which is basically forming the central part, which is the dense positive charge called as the nucleus. So here we can now understand, if anyone is asking us by providing us the data, what are the number of electrons, protons and neutrons, we can always verify it with the help of the given values. If I am provided with the atomic number, we can tell the number of electrons and the number of protons. If we have provided the atomic number and atomic mass, we can always calculate the number of neutrons. And if we are provided the number of electrons or protons, we can get to know the number of, or simply the atomic number. If we are provided number of electrons, protons and neutrons, we can calculate the value of the atomic number and atomic mass. So let us now consider this particular example once again. Now here you can see there are presence of 6 protons. So can anyone now tell me what would be the number of electrons present in the same? Yes, it would be 6 electrons, and you can always count the number of electrons here, which has been represented with a green color having a negative sign. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 protons and 6 electrons, and the atomic mass is found to be 12. So you can see there are presence of 6 neutrons along with 6 protons here in the center. So the atomic number for carbon will be 6 because it is containing 6 protons and 6 electrons, whereas its atomic mass will be protons plus neutrons, that is equals to 6 plus 6, which is equals to 12. So this is how we calculate the atomic number and atomic mass of a given element. Now students, you have to now remember the atomic number at least for these all elements which you have been provided here till atomic number 20, which is calcium. And at the same time you also need to know how the symbols are also represented. Hydrogen is H, capital H. You cannot write it as small h. Helium will be represented as capital H and small e. If there are 2 letters representing an element symbol, the first letter has to be the capital letter and the next letter has to be a small letter. Same ways you can see sodium, then after neon, magnesium, aluminium, it has to be capital A, small l. Silicon, then after chlorine, argon and calcium. So you have to just remember the atomic number of the element from 1 to 20. I hope whatever I have discussed regarding the atomic structure and calculation of the atomic number and atomic weight is clear to all of you. So please practice it once, but you can take any of these examples which has been provided in this table, and I would be very happy if you practice it in the way as it has been provided in this particular image. So it will be very clear. You just, if you cannot make it like this, just make a small circle in the center and write down the number of protons and neutrons, and on the different orbits just make the number of electrons. So if you can write at least what is the number of electrons, protons and neutrons, you will have a clear idea about the atomic number and the atomic mass. In higher classes, we will be discussing about what is the number of electrons which each and every shell can accommodate. We cannot fill it on our own wish. There has to be a specific number which has to be taken up as per certain rules which you will be dealt in the higher classes. You are very small right now to understand this thing, but you just understand what is the number of electrons, protons and the neutrons provided in a particular element. I hope whatever I have discussed till now is clear to everyone. So I request everyone to please go through this whole table and remember it the way you are able to make a poem, make a story, make a statement, make anything, whatever way you are comfortable with. You just try to remember it. It will be helpful to you all in your higher classes. So right now I'm winding up with this. In the next class, we will be discussing about the chemical equation, the representation, and the different symbols which are used to represent a chemical equation. Thank you everyone. Take care.